What's up everyone, Danny Lightning back with another War Robots video. So the new update is just about to start, and the crazy thing is the module rework is coming. That's going to be on a separate video once we get more info about it, because right now we have very little info about the module rework, but I will be making a separate video about that. We will talk about some of it today, but we're mainly going to focus on the other stuff on the update until I can get more information on how much compensation we're going to get and all that good stuff. But the module rework is coming sometime within the next couple of weeks. We'll talk about that towards the end of the video, and I will make a separate chapter. If you want to just skip to that, we'll tell you the little bit we do know about it in its own chapter on this video. Alright, so as you guys know, there's a brand new weird robot coming to the game called Ducks. And this is going to be probably, don't quote me on this because you can't really rely on things according to how they were on the test server, but we think this is going to be really squishy, but really redonkulous on firepower. This robot is designed to be like a mid-range fighter, probably like 300 to 500 meters. Anything over like 500 or 600 meters is considered more long range. When you activate this robot's ability, you're going to get some defense mitigation, you're going to get extra damage, you're going to get Aegis shield, and you're going to get a bunch of extra speed. So I don't know, this is probably going to be a redonkulous, crazy robot. Alright, next we have some new weapons. The first one is called Smite. This is going to be a light weapon. It's got explosive damage and a little blast thingy, so it should be pretty cool. It's got 1,330 damage, 500 meter range, 9 particles per shot, 1 second intervals. It's going to have 90 ammo and a reload of 4 seconds, and then it's got a reload amount of 90. I'm not 100% sure what a reload amount is, but hey, that part doesn't make sense, but okay. 90 reload. Cool. After that, we have the new Discipline weapon, which is basically the same thing. This is just a medium version, so there's going to be a medium and a light, and these weapons are probably going to be really ridiculous and strong and crazy. Unfortunately, it does not look like they're coming out with a heavy version of this, so if you're planning on getting some of these weapons and putting them on like a Fenrir or a Raptor or anything with heavy slots, well, it's only good for robots with mediums and lights. I don't understand why they're not bringing out a heavy, a medium, and a light of every single weapon. I mean, honestly, there should be matching sets because people are going to want to put these on different robots, and yeah, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me why they're not doing that. Alright, so next we're going to have the Willow pilot. This is going to be the new Doc's robot. It's got an ability called Puppet Master, where Doc's companion bots receive passive bonuses depending on their class. The Gunner bot built-in weapon deals 10% more damage. Shield bot, upon activation of the Mastermind ability, applies stealth in addition to Aegis. Support bot restores 1% more durability, and the Mastermind act ability is active. Alright, that's going to be a pretty strong pilot actually. Next, we are going to have the Webby, which is going to be a weird little drone. It looks like some sort of parachuting spider thingy. And number 1 ability, the drone has a built-in cannon with all the blast effects. Number 2, the drone increases the robot's damage output. The effect is always active, so it's always going to get more damage. Number 3, when the robot is moving fast enough, Webby's built-in weapon applies slowdown, so I guess you have to be moving at high speed in order for that to work. That's a weird deal. And number 4, when the robot is under the added defense mitigation effect, Webby's built-in weapon applies rust. So yeah, that's going to be a crazy drone. The way that's set up, it may only work well on certain robots. I mean, it's kind of weird, but I think a lot of these drones are designed to work with a specific robot, especially the last one. Like the Wave drone is cool. It's mainly made for the Condor. It's not really great on anything else. This is probably going to be another one of those drones that might only be good on this particular robot. So that drone is 100% matched for this robot, in my opinion. And I don't know, I wish all drones were a little more universal. So as you guys know, we now have the Ultimate Minos coming out. This is going to be the second Ultimate Titan, and this thing's going to be crazy. It's immune to lockdown, suppression, and EMP, and it can actually apply the EMP to a target as well. So this Titan is just going to be 100% brutal and nasty. if you see this on the battlefield, you probably want to run away. So now on the charge ability, right, the Titan accelerates, it runs, it does a bunch of damage, it puts a magnetic field around itself, and enemies that get in the way are knocked back. Each hit of the magnetic field accumulates the EMP effect. So it's got a 10-second cooldown. That is a very fast cooldown. Now the reflector, for the duration of the ability, the Titan gains protection that particularly blocks any damage received and redirects it to the opponent, right? So if you shoot the reflector shield on this thing, it is going to damage the crap out of you, and that reflector shield is going to have a 13-second cooldown. So that's pretty short. Those are short cooldowns for a Titan. Next is the ultimate anti-control. So this is going to have built-in anti-control, and you have to max the robot out 100% to be constantly immune. But once you max this thing out, it's always going to be immune to lockdown, suppression, and EMP no matter what. But if you're not 100% maxed out, that ability won't be kicked in fully. Like, I think before you max it out, it's going to have a timer on it or something like that. But after you max the ability on the robot, it'll be impossible to lock down EMP or suppress. So yeah, this Titan is going to be nuts. This Titan is going to be crazy. Next, we are going to have the new ultimate Squall, which will be an ultimate shotgun weapon for the Titans. Man, it says 1.252 damage per particle, and there's 25 of them. So 25 times 1,252. You can do the math. I don't have a calculator in front of me, but that's probably going to be a huge amount of damage. It's got a 1.8 second reload on the interval. So yeah, it's going to be completely redonkulous. This is going to be a nasty weapon. Like I said, if you see this thing coming at you, you better run, because it's going to blow your buttocks off of your robot, and that is not going to be fun for anybody. So yeah, ultimate minos with ultimate shotguns, crazy, completely crazy. And we're going to have a pilot for this beast. The ultimate minos is going to have this ultimate fairy pilot, and it's basically going to give it more durability, which it probably doesn't need. It's going to make sure every time you activate the reflector shield, he gets a bigger movement speed boost. So not only is he dashing at you, he's going to get an even bigger dash, which is going to be crazy. And then, I mean, if you hit that and then you dash, you're probably going to fly across the board, like all the way across, like some sort of weird fly guy. What am I talking about? I don't know, but it's just going to give it a huge speed boost. So yeah, put on that shield and dash. You're going to go nuts across the board. You're going to be like, phew. And you're also going to get a bunch of additional defense points when activating the charge when running this pilot swell. So yeah, this thing is going to be 100% insane. Once you get the weapons, the Titan, and the pilot, it's going to be nuts. It's just going to be nuts. Completely nuts. I'm scared. I don't want to see this thing on the battlefield. It's going to wreck the world. It's probably going to wreck the Maulers. It's going to wreck everything. So the next thing we have is a mothership called the Frederick. This is a little bit of a weird one, but it's going to give you attack, and it's going to give you movement speed, but it does have stacks, and ever so often the stacks disappear, and I don't know. It's a weird mothership. It might be really good. It might be terrible. I'm not 100% sure. This is one of those deals where you're not going to know if you like this until you get it on the live server and actually play it, because, you know, it has so many stacks, and then the stacks slowly go away, so that's the part that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But we'll play this stuff on the live server when it comes out on the BattleWreck account. That's the account that Pixonic owns. So I'm going to have access to all of this stuff at some point, and I'll get to test it out and let you know if it's good. But yeah, the Frederick mothership, it's going to be a weird one in my opinion. Maybe it'll be amazing. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I just see this as being a really weird mothership at the moment. Alright, so now we have a change to the battle crate. So basically, as you play games and earn honor points, you build up some points towards getting some of these, and now it's going to be different compared to your league. There's not going to be only components. It's basically just going to be a bunch of resources and this and that. We won't really know what's inside these exactly until we start getting them and actually get to see it. So I'm not really going to touch too much base on this, because I don't know what's really going to be inside of these crates. That's the thing. Are the rewards going to be good? I don't know. Are the rewards going to be bad? I don't know. But there's going to be some sort of rewards in here, and it's supposed to be league specific. So the higher league you're in, the better rewards you're going to get out of these crates. But it sounds like these crates are only going to have resources in them. So they might have silver, gold, platinum, who knows what. But it sounds like these are going to be resource crates, if I understand this correctly. That's why I'm not going to go into it, because I don't know 100% what's going to be in there. But I think it's going to be resource crates only. So Halloween is coming up in a few days, and we are going to have the new Halloween map for Castle. So I haven't seen this yet. I don't know if anybody has, but yeah, Halloween map, guys. Halloween map. That's going to be a limited time thing on the Castle map only, but it actually looks really cool. I actually went into a custom game last night and tried to go to Castle map, but it wasn't looking like this. So I don't know when this is going to go live, but hey, that map's going to look pretty neat for a while. And yeah, let's move on to the next thing. There's also a bunch of technical fixes, but we're also going to talk a little bit about the module rework here in just a second. I know this is the one thing that everybody wants to know about, but we still don't have enough information about it. But we will talk about it a little bit. So it looks like they fixed the 0 hit point bug. So on the technical fixes, that bug should be gone. If you saw robots that were going down to no health and then you couldn't kill them, that bug is now fixed, and that is awesome. So if you were running the Nina Kessler pilot, there was some sort of problem with the Avalon mothership not giving you like some rust or whatever, but they have fixed that, so that is fixed. They fixed a bug where various weapons were placed incorrectly on the Skyros. I never saw that bug, but hey, that one is fixed. They fixed a visual bug where Arachnid Invader's legs would sink into the terrain when the robot was still standing. Never saw that one. They fixed a visual bug where the weapons Vindicator and Anguisher had incorrectly sized icons on the storage. Alright, so that's fixed. They fixed a visual bug where the pilot tags were displayed incorrectly or missing in hangars and offers. And they fixed a bug where the current memoriam balance wasn't displayed in the My Pilots and the training center. So now you'll be able to find out how much memoriam you have a lot easier. So that's probably a good thing. All right, so first off, different robots are going to get different specializations. There's going to be attack robots, defense robots, saboteur robots, support robots, raider robots, brawler robots, and damage robots. And these robots are going to have these little trees now to level up instead of modules. So these are going to be attached to the robot. And it looks like different robots might get different trees according to these classifications down here. Now, I could be wrong about this, but this is the way I understand it. We're just going to go over this really briefly until we actually know how this works and get more information, but that's how I understand it so far. Now, this is a list of all the robots and their classifications, so you might want to pause this. I'm not going to read all of these off because that's going to take about an hour. But you might want to pause this and look through. So let's go ahead and move up to where we were with the Nether. All right, so there's the next section of robots. If you need to pause this, go ahead and do it because we're about to move on. So the Nemesis, we'll stop at the Nemesis. All right, there we go. There is the last section of robots. So if you want to see which classification each robot has, there we go. Go ahead and pause this again if you need to because we're about to move on to the Titans. And there are the Titan specifications. That way, if you have a certain one and you want to write down what specification your Titan is or your robot is or something like that, there we go. So again, pause this if you need to, rewind it, whatever, but we're about to move on. But the way this is going to work is modules are going to be 100% deleted from the game. They will compensate you with a brand new resource. They're going to give you a bunch of the new resource for all of your current modules. And basically, each robot is going to have a tree that's attached to it. These are not going to be movable modules, but each robot is going to have a tree attached to it, an upgrade tree, just like this. And once you upgrade that, it is attached to the robot. That's it. You spend the resource per robot. So every single robot you get, the first upgrade tree is going to be to unlock your active module, like your healing or your phase shift or any of those things. And then after that, you're going to have an additional tree, and you can either pick like defense or attack, or we don't know exactly how it's going to work, but it's going to be, I don't know. But there's a new currency being added to the game, and the currency is called modules. They've named the new currency modules. So yes, you will have to earn the new modules currency, and we don't know if this is something you can earn in game. We don't know if you're going to have to buy this with real money. Like I said, we have very little information about how this works or what this is right now, but new modules currency, new trees to level up. But I think this is going to change the games. I think the robots are going to be squishier. I think they're probably going to be doing less damage. I think the titans are going to be squishier. I mean, our repair amplifier is going to be gone. I don't really see if there's anything that's going to add more speed to the robots. So it's going to be very different and very weird when this goes live. So we're going to get a good idea of when this might go live. So first off, we're going to talk about when the majority of the update or some of it is going to start to go live, which is going to be in just a couple of days. Today is the 25th. Today is October 25th, 2024. Now the bug fixes and all that stuff should currently be live, I do believe, but we've got 3 days and 23 hours until this update ends and the new one officially starts. So sometime in about after 4 days, we'll just say we have roughly 4 days left from the time that I'm recording this video until the new update actually goes live and a lot of these changes start to happen. Now, the module rework, right, the specializations, it may not start till a week after or 2 weeks or 3 weeks after, because I don't think it's 100% ready yet, but they said that will be coming within the next couple of weeks. It could start in 3 days, right? It could start in 3 or 4 days. It might be 3 weeks from now. We don't know 100% when this is going to show up, but it's coming, guys. The module rework is coming. That's all we can tell you. All I'm going to say is be prepared for the game to be very different. Be prepared to feel like your robots play different. Be prepared to feel like your robots are squishy or they're not doing as much damage. I honestly think that this is going to change the game in a major way. Is it going to change the game in a good way? I don't know. Is it going to change the game in a bad way? I don't know. How much compensation are we going to get for our modules? I don't know. I hope it's good. That's the one thing we all hope they're going to give us a fair amount of compensation. We want to see big, huge, giant amounts of compensation for the current modules that we've built over the last, for me, I've been building these modules over the last 10 years. I spent a lot of resource, a lot of times to get them. So the compensation, hopefully it's good. But as much as everybody did not like this or want this to happen, they've gone ahead and decided, hey, we're going through with the rework. So, I mean, it's happening. It's a done deal. There's no going back. So our two choices are either we accept it and play the game and try to have as much fun as possible, or we say, hey, I don't like this. I'm done. I'm going to go find something else to play. Those are basically the two choices we have. Now, me personally, I have a lot of fun playing this game. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite game as far as just fighting games. I mean, I don't know why. It's just an awesome, fun game. So I'm going to continue to play it. Things are going to be different. I'm going to have to learn to adjust to the new stuff, the new changes, and accept it if I want to keep playing. So, I mean, I got a YouTube channel for this game. I'm probably just going to say, well, I don't like it, but I'm going to keep playing and move on and adjust to the changes and hope for the best, right? Hope it's not a bad change for the game, even though I know a lot of people think it's going to be. Maybe it won't be as bad as we think. We just don't know. But anyways, but yeah, lots of new stuff, big changes to the game, new robots, new weapons, new module rework, new crates, new bug fixes, maybe some new bugs as well. We just don't know. But anyways, that's pretty much what there is to it. And yeah, I really don't know what to think about this. But anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to go over to the Warrobots web shop. Currently, there's a bunch of free D-gems and thorium and stuff over there in the web shop. Now, my code doesn't work on the free stuff, but if you actually purchase something over there, if you hit the support a creators button, then type in code dannylightning, that will help support my channel. I would appreciate that big time. If you do buy something, use my code. I'm not asking you to buy something, but if you do, use my code. On the free stuff, doesn't work, but you can just go over there and collect that stuff and get it for free. But don't use my code on the free stuff, just the stuff you actually buy. All right, lightning out. Have a great day. Hope you liked the video, and we will catch you next time. See ya.